We kick this 5-on-5 off with the 2022 Hoops in the Sun Winter League. The finals were broadcast right here live on BronxNet Television just weeks after we featured co-CEO Randy Cruz in my Sports Corner. Check out @Hoops in the Sun on socials for recaps and players of the week. The finals took place on Sunday, April 3rd. That paves the way for the summer tournament to return in June at Orchard Beach. Hallelujah! In at number 4, the latest with the Yankees and the Mets on the baseball diamond. Spring training broke this week and we'll have the opening weekend of the regular season on tap this weekend. The Bronx Bombers opened at the big ballpark in the Bronx yesterday, the 120th season in franchise history. Yanks, Red Sox all weekend long to celebrate. The Mets, meantime, are in Washington and have been dealing with ailments to top starting pitchers Jacob deGrom and Max Scherzer. The Amazons continue their series in D.C. with the Nationals nonetheless. In the 3 spot, the Brooklyn Nets are gearing up for the playoffs, but man, oh man, they aren't making things any easier for themselves these days. They wasted a career high from Kevin Durant on the week, a double-double. No, what am I saying? A double nickel, 55 points for KD. We go inside the locker room for more.
Every loss is deflating. I ain't worried about that. I mean, just bad at the loss, I'm glad I shot the ball well. I mean, made 8 threes, career high, but I wish we would have came out with the W, just by doing the little stuff. My points are going to come. My shots are going to come. So, but the little stuff that we got to do, we got to be on the same page with. I mean, I can't come in here and act like I'm losing confidence. We lost some games, you know what I'm saying? We're going to keep playing until it's over. That's how I feel.
Also in at number 3, the Knicks have been officially eliminated from the playoffs, or should I say, bing bong, the Knicks are gone. Tough joke, I know, Knicks fans, but you know what? I had to do it. Despite career highs for New York native Obi Toppin and fellow up-and-comer Emmanuel Quickley, who notched his first career triple-double on the week, the Orange and Blue have come up short of the postseason, but are still putting together some wins down the stretch. Here's to hoping the young players on the roster author a better spring next year.
I'm trying to work on everything. Like he just said, being a leader, working on my defense, working on ball handling, like every aspect of the game. Like I'm trying to dial in on this whole off season. Like I know, like I'm going into my 3rd year into the league, so it's quick. Like we know we gotta ramp things up now. Like we gotta put a lot of work in this summer so that next year we can get to the playoffs. So I just go into every game the same and just try to play as hard as I can and do whatever the team needs me to do to try and get a W. So.
At number 2, the Bronx Athlete of the Week. We turn to the baseball diamond at Monroe College. Miguel Toribio notched a walk-off win for the Mustangs. The outfielder's single sealed a 2-1 victory over ASA. Monroe is currently undefeated in conference play. And at number 1, March Madness is done. It draws to a close, but it has been a memorable one. Coach K does not get the Hollywood ending this time around, folks. His Duke Blue Devils fall to UNC in the Final Four. Coach K's legacy is still about as good as it gets. Interesting to note, though, for our fans out there, UNC handed Coach K his first loss at Duke in 1980, a loss in his final game at Cameron Indoor, and, of course, his final game as one of the most storied coaches in the history of the sport. That UNC-Duke rivalry, to me, can only be rivaled by Yankees-Red Sox. And speaking of famous coaches losing big games on the week, the UConn women and coach Gino Auriemma were on the wrong side of history Sunday night. The team's 64-49 loss to South Carolina was the first loss for the program and Auriemma in a national championship game. The loss ended an 11-0 run for him and UConn. Let's give some credit, though, where credit is due, and that's South Carolina head coach Dawn Staley and her star Aaliyah Boston. Boston finished the tournament averaging 16.8 points and 15.2 rebounds per game. She's the first player to average those numbers in the tournament for a national champion. Also, over 18,000 fans saw that game live. Speaks to the growth of women's basketball here in the United States. To the back end of 5-on-5 we go. 5 stories that you may have missed and 5 to look out for from around the world of sports. It's a 4:05 start for the Bronx Bombers Saturday afternoon against the Red Sox at Yankee Stadium following the off day yesterday. A night game caps their rivalry on Sunday Night Baseball. In the 2 spot, the Mets play 2 7:05 p.m. games. That's tonight and tomorrow night before an afternoon matchup on Sunday. First pitch Sunday is 1:35 p.m. Formula One returns in Australia this weekend. They zoom on by here in the 3rd spot. You'll have to watch that race at 1 a.m. due to the time difference in Australia. Sunday, we'll also see a return of IndyCar. The series shifts to Long Beach. That's a much more manageable 3 p.m. Eastern Time start. And at 4, we'll stay with motorsports, but instead of cars, we have bikes on the track on Sunday. Hard to believe, but MotoGP lands in the U.S. for their only GP of the season stateside. MotoGP is at the Circuit of the Americas in Texas this Sunday. That's also a 3 p.m. start. And we'll cap this roundup with an on this date in Bronx sports history. At Fenway Park, 46-year-old Phil Niekro starts for the Pinstripers, becoming the 2nd oldest pitcher ever to start on opening day. Only Jack Quinn for the Brooklyn Robins in 1931 was older at age 47. The Boston Red Sox chased the Yankee knuckleballer, unfortunately, after 4 innings. And behind the pitching of Oil Can Boyd, one of the best names in baseball history, Red Sox and Boyd coast to a 9-2 win. Niekro walks 4 in the 3rd inning, including 2 with the bases loaded, to lose his 7th opener in a row. That's just wild. 6 with Atlanta, the worst opening day record ever. This is not the best on this date in Bronx sports history. But this C-list could be the best for baseball in the very near future. Major League Baseball is making an effort to grow with the times and will be implementing a new format for the Home Run Derby. The new showcase, dubbed Home Run Derby X, as in BX maybe, I don't know, will feature a new setup, new rules, and a blend of current stars and legends, including one of our favorites right here at BronxNet, and that's former New York Yankee and World Series champion Nick Swisher. The competition will feature 4 of the biggest teams in baseball history. We've got the Boston Red Sox, the New York Yankees, the LA Dodgers, and the Chicago Cubs. Each team will feature a former player, a legend, that's what they're calling them, a softball or women's baseball superstar, a player from that region's local development system, aka a rookie, and an influential content creator. Maybe us, right? That would be really cool. They're calling this part of the show a wild card. While each player will have a unique role within their team, the wild card just may have the most intriguing job of them all. There'll be the average fan's eyes and ears into the event, showing us what it's like to train and prepare to blast dingers with the rest of the baseball talent. And even better, this isn't just for the MLB All-Star Game. Los Angeles won't be the only city to host a home run derby in 2022. That's where the All-Star Game is this year. MLB announced the launch of MLB Home Run Derby X, a global baseball tour making stops in London, Seoul, South Korea, and Mexico City, and featuring former stars Adrian Gonzalez, Johnny Gomes, Gio Soto, and Mr. Swisher himself. The competition will take place on a reduced version of a baseball field with a home plate mounted on a stage and a pitcher's mound on a podium, with a field of play designed to fit within a range of environments from festival sites to stadiums. Hitters will get to swing at 25 pitches and take up to 10 of them, with the opportunity to earn points by hitting targets placed 160 feet from home plate and 2 beyond the outfield fences. Similar to the mini games in the legendary video game MVP Baseball 2005, opposition will have players in the outfield and can earn points by catching baseballs that don't make it over the fence. Teams will receive a point for every home run, target hit, or catch, and players can call for what they call a hot streak that will allow teams to earn double points on the next 5 pitches. Creative and innovative. It's about time, Major League Baseball. Good stuff by you guys. We are rooting for swish, 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 swish. That's your look at sports. I'm Bobby C.